Julie asked a question. Can you give us an example of what you say to a buyer agent who's consistently just not selling the amount of houses they should month after month? So the cool thing, Julie, is that you should be in a rhythm where you're having weekly meetings with your buyer agents, and they're running the meeting. This was a thread that Kyle and Andy had put out there a while back. It will never come to the point where they're just not selling homes, right, month after month. They're just not doing the activities, right? So if you actually are running your business with the agent performance agreement and you're using KDNA and the weekly tracker, there is no surprise, right? They're not doing their activities and you're sharing it with the team. Or if you don't have a big group of buyer agents, you're just going through with them. Like, all right, so we agreed that you're going to, really time block your mornings, and I'll get into that here as well. And you're going to do these activities. Let's just go through them. So every week you're just having a quick 10, 15-minute meeting on that. I'll skip to it right now. So it's a 15-minute meeting where the buyer agent runs the meeting. So Julie, this, 60 or 90 days in, you would have had 8 or 10 meetings with the agent where every week they're coming to you and saying they go through a positive focus. Every meeting starts with a positive focus. One good thing personally and one good thing professionally. You go through their agent scorecard. That's right from the business tracker. Then you go through their weekly success tracker or KDNA. We're just pulling up their KDNA. So you know what they've been doing for the last 60 days. And if all their activities are through the roof, you're having these conversations. All right, so what happened when you met with that person and you didn't get them to sign? Did you present the loyalty agreement? Like, you're going to know. I mean, that's the level of service that is required for these agents. And it's not, they're bringing this to you every week. So it takes the pressure off you. You just have to show up to that meeting. So we went to 8 to 11 a.m., required new business development for our team, with Monday and Friday in the office. So Monday, Cherie, who's acting as our sales manager, is holding our listing agent one-on-ones. Those go a little bit longer. And then on Friday, she's doing the 15-minute buyer agent one-on-ones. Then a quick CRM review, opportunity time. When if they were on calls, did they answer the calls? You have dialogue text so you can track it. I mean, like, you have all the data to know why they're not being successful. So there is no real, and then the IDS, just going through issues. Identify issues in their business, just discuss, the real cause of the issue, discuss and solve problems. And ask them, what do you want to work on next week to make your business even better? So can you imagine a cadence of 15-minute meetings where maybe you just have a one page, you're just taking notes and you put it in their file? Jason asked the question, what's an OT notebook? It's literally just a green book. We like them green because of money. And we ask our agents to keep that book with them so they have something to write in, and then they can talk about their OT time, because we're pretty particular about every call that came in. Every call that comes in on a buyer line is listened to every day, or 5 days a week. Monday for the weekend, and then Tuesday through Friday for the rest of the days. So commit to buyer agent weekly L10. L10 is level 10. That's a traction tool. And they're going to run it. Okay, so Julie, does that answer your question? I mean, what you say is that there is nothing to say, because you guys are coming to the conclusion for the week, every week, that, like, what's working or not working. Are you doing the activities? It's not this big surprise anymore. And it's actually easier to run it this way than let it go a month or 2 or 3, or just assume at the team meetings that everything's going fine. Just have this printed out or on a whiteboard in your office, and they just come in. All right, give me the positive focus. All right, let's pull up your scorecard real quick. All right, let me pull up the KDNA tracker. They've got to be honest, because they want to be successful, and you're just here to give them the tools to be successful, and the coaching and the framework and the structure and the accountability. But just systemize it where you don't have to come up with anything to say. Like, all they need to do is be in the office from 8 to 11 every Friday, and you're going to pick the agents. Hey, all right, it's time for your L10. Let's do it. They're going to come in. This is going to be on the board, and they're just going to run through it. All right, cool. What can you do better next week? High five. Go out and keep dialing. All right, Jane, you're in. Come on. Let's do your L10. Boom. And you're just keeping some notes in a file. And then when it comes down to have a difficult conversation, it's not difficult. Be like, Hey, dude, we've had 10 weekly meetings, right? And every week we talked about how your activities just aren't where they need to be. And we talked about you have some challenges with your little kids, which is totally cool. I love kids, I love family, but you've got to operate at a higher level if this is going to work. I'm going to give you a 30-day action plan. And within the 30 days, if I don't see your activity level pick up, it's not that I don't love you because I do, but I just know that if your activity level doesn't pick up, you're not going to hit your goals and you're not going to be successful. You're going to be frustrated. I'm going to be frustrated. It's going to be this weird thing, and I don't want that. And so 30 days, we're going to have 4 more weekly meetings. At the fourth one, we're going to have another conversation like, is this the best fit for you? And I am rooting for you. I want you to make it. All right. Are you up for it? Can you do this? High five.